As we proceed to give you what you need, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here. You are now rocking with the best. Welcome to Studio 69. And I'm your host, the legendary Robert Winder. And I got a lot to talk about. Y'all been acting a fool on this internet today. And I got a couple of things that I just want to talk about, and we're going to kick it off with this one. I just seen a couple of brothers talking about dating single mothers and their kids taking precedence over them, and that's why they don't date them. That's why single mamas are single. So I want to talk about dating the single mother, because I've done it. So I've got experience in this situation. So you a fella, you out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? You moving and shaking and moving and grooving and doing your thing. You come along with this woman, y'all vibing. The vibe is right. The vibe is good. Cool. And then you find out that this young lady has children. So you like, should I go ahead and give it a shot? So you do. So you get into this relationship with this woman, and you notice that this woman is paying attention to her children, making sure her children is cool, making sure her children is shielded, making sure her children are okay, because guess what? Her job as a single mother is to protect her children. Now, I get it. She's in a relationship with you. She's making time with you. She's doing things with you. She's hanging out with you. But you got to understand that time, a lot of that time has to go to her children. Now, if you are willing to make a little bit of sacrifice, you don't know where that relationship could go. That relationship could be something that you want to do or something that you don't. But those children will always take precedence over you. So much so, even if you marry and you have kids, the children will take precedence over you. Tell me if I'm lying. Married women, do your kids take precedence over your husband? Hell yeah, they do. Because if you check the stats, children are in the top 3 reasons why people get divorced: money, infidelity, and children. And why is that? Because when you are in a relationship, there's you and there's her, or there's him and there's him, and there's her and there's her, and whatever variables that we got it going on. But then once you put those children in the middle of that situation, it takes you and that person and does this, because now the attention is on those little ones. So just imagine being a single man, and that is already an obstacle that you have with dating a single woman. And that's what makes it tough, ladies. It's nothing that these men are doing. It's the thought processes that I want attention as well. You understand that your children are there with you. You had children and the initial relationship didn't work, and you want to get back in these streets, but you have to understand that if this man is a single man, that he's going to want to spend time with just you. He may not be ready for a ready-made family. He may not be ready to step in and do these stepdad routines. He may not be ready for that. He may not be ready to date you and then got to go pick up your kids because the baby father, or however the situation works, is not there or active. He just may want to come and kick it with you, lay up with you, kiss on you, freak on you, and that be that, without having to interact with your children, without having to be on the back burner for your children. That may not be his ultimate goal at all. And ladies, single women who are out here trying to find someone to be with, you gotta understand that, and you gotta respect that. That some men may not be ready to step on in there and do that. And you got to be careful with who you bring in your house anyway, or who house you going into anyway, because their value of Those children are not the same value as you have for them, because guess what? They're his kids. It's a harsh thing to say, harsh reality. They want to just kick it with you. They're not trying to play stepdaddy. They just not. They're not trying to have their time segregated, and that's where the problem comes in. So if you're a single woman and you think that all these men are just out here to have a good time with me and have sex with me, 8 out of 10 times you might be right. Especially nowadays, it ain't too many men out here who are ready and who are willing to pick up somebody else's slack. They want to kick it with you. They're not trying to kick it with you and your kids. It's just the true reality of it. So don't get upset. Don't get mad behind it. Don't say, oh, you weak. You're not ready for this responsibility. Or don't try to down that brother because of a situation that you had and that you had children in. Don't try to make that his burden, because it's not, because he's single with no children. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. It just is. So please have some grace. Fellas, if you are really truly out there and you are dating a single woman and you are just here for a good time and not a long time, you need to advise her that. I want to kick it with you. I'm not trying to get involved with none of that other stuff. I'm not trying to be a parent-teacher conferences. I'm not trying to pick up your kids. I'm not trying to even go to Santa's Village. I'm not trying to do nothing. I just want to kick it with you. You gotta let her know. You gotta set proper expectations when you're dealing with these single women, or when you're dealing with these single women, single mothers, single women. When you're dealing with them, it is what it is. You gotta be forthright, and you gotta be coming up what your expectations are for them, and what are your intentions. And single women, you have to understand that that brother is not obligated to your children. Especially if he's not married to you. He's not obligated to your children at all, and he will feel a certain way because guess what? He wants attention. Everybody wants attention. You want his attention, but if you can't give him that time, and you can't give him that place, and you can't give him that space to be in that with you, then single it will be, and then you'll just be making booty calls. It's an ugly truth, but it is what it is, and it's just to let you get Robert out there. Just trying to help you out with that. So if you got any comments if y'all want to make some statements or make any comments, go ahead and make them. Tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me if I'm right, or tell me if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But just know, fellas, those children will always take precedence over you, no matter what it is. Unless you guys are just single and y'all just riding this life together, just you and I. But the minute that you put children in there, whether they're single and they was there before you got there, or you had children, those children are always going to take precedence over you. I remember when we used to get the big piece of chicken. Now we still may get it, but them kids gonna eat first. It just is what it is. Their job is to protect their children. Their job is to nurture and protect. It's not biblical. It's not right, but it's okay, and you have to understand that, and they have to understand that as well. So when you talk, y'all got to talk and keep it 100 if y'all want something out of it. All the single ladies, live from Studio 69. It's your boy, the legendary Robin Wine.